Stephen Roberts.
Hey, guys.
So you're reading the tea leaves better than anybody. Does Judge Kavanaugh help the Republicans or help the Democrats?
Both. In a very curious way, because both parties think that they can use the sense of grievance, the sense of anger stirred up by the Kavanaugh fight with their core supporters. And a lot of this breaks along gender lines. The Democrats clearly think this is going to help with women voters. And even before the latest week or so of high visibility fights, Wall Street Journal poll, women opposed Kavanaugh by 60%. Only 34. These are white college educated women, 60%. And I think that's only going to be exacerbated by the Kavanaugh fight. But Republicans are shrewdly trying to redefine this fight and shift the focus from women who might feel aggrieved about sexual assault to men who feel aggrieved that they might be unfairly treated and unfairly accused. The president himself at his rallies is talking about, think about your sons, think about your brothers and husbands, trying to focus on the grievances of men. And I do think that that can have a beneficial effect for Republicans. Their biggest problem is keeping the fires of grievance boiling for another month after they won. I mean, you can talk all of you want about how badly Kavanaugh was smeared and how badly he was treated. It was a search and destroy mission, but he won. And there are all these pictures of his happy family. He's being sworn in. He's going to be sitting on the Supreme Court as of Tuesday. So I think in some ways, in a very perverse way, Republicans, from a pure political point of view, might have even been better off having him lose. But because once he wins, it's hard to keep the fires of grievance boiling.
So conventional wisdom said, Stephen Roberts, that Democrats were already whipped up into a lather and were already motivated to go vote. So they can't be any more motivated regardless of what happened with Kavanaugh. But conservatives, they had already won, as you say. They were, right? How angry can you be? They're already winning. So even if both sides are equally as angry, wasn't there more room to grow on the conservative side?
Yes, and as I say, I do think, that both Mitch McConnell, Republican leader, and the president used the same word. They said the Kavanaugh fight has been a gift to Republicans because they admitted quite clearly that the intensity level was much higher on the Democratic side, and that they do think that this is going to help energize their voters, particularly men, and particularly men, white men without college degrees. There's a stunning poll out just this morning from the Washington Post. They polled the 69 most hotly contested House races, and men without college degrees favoring Republicans in those districts by 20 points. White women with college degrees favoring Democrats by 27 points. Enormous differences, not just along partisan lines, but along gender lines and education lines. And the gender gap has two sides to it. Yes, women have been moving toward the Democrats, but men have been moving toward the Republicans. And can this fight help galvanize more intensity on the Republican side? Yes. It does highlight the importance of the courts, and it's another asset for Donald Trump. As he goes around the country, and he's going to be campaigning in many, many of these key states, he's going to be able to say, I kept my promise. I put 2 conservative justices on the Supreme Court, and whatever else is true, these are very tangible and very important achievements. I think it's going to help with his base.
Is there more, as a group, are there more non-college educated men or more college educated women?
I can't precisely answer that question.
Right? I mean, that's a good question. I mean, even though it
is a very good question. But it's been changed. You also have to look at where they live. If you are talking about, say, rural North Dakota, where a Democratic senator is up for re-election, the non-college educated male vote is going to be much more important there. And Heidi Heitkamp, the Democrat, is now trailing her Republican opponent by double digits. You look at the suburbs of Chicago, or you look at the suburbs of Denver, where these swing districts are in play in the House, then those are the districts where college-educated women are much more likely to be clustered. So you have to look at geography to answer that question.
Stephen Roberts, thanks for checking in. Have yourself a good day.